Hello guys, my name is Samarpan Dasgupta and today we are going to see about part 18 of Flutter social media chat app generation tutorial 2021. In that video, we are going to see about send text messages and receive incoming text messages from the connected user. So in the previous video, we are see about adding the totally connected user to our connection list, but now today the video is going to very much interesting. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So guys, today we are going to start about send text backend functionality with taking the incoming message. Okay, so in this video we are going to see about send text message to the other connection. For now, for the example, this is Samarpan Koda 2002. This is my physical device, and taking the incoming messages that is coming from other connection. That means if that account Samarpan Koda 2002, that means if I send message from the physical device, it will receive in that virtual device. Okay, so send and receive work will be done in that video. Okay, so guys, now I am going to divide this video in the two parts. At first, I am going to implement the send text backend functionality, in which we are going to implement about send text to the other connected user. Okay, so I am going to do the split code for the send text to the other connection, and as you know, after the split code, I will understand you step by step what I done in that split code. So guys, please have a patience. So guys, for the send text to the other connection, backend functionality completed. So let's understand the code at first. So come here where we make that method before in the previous videos of the tutorial. So if you not see the previous video, the link in the description, please check it out. By the way, so we made that method before in one of the previous video of our tutorial. So I modified some code here and also some in the backend functionality. So let's start with that. So as you know, this from this we made in one of the previous video, right? Now we integrate that method and that method send message to connection is present under that cloud store data management class. So come here. So under that cloud data management dot we made that method, okay, send message to connection. So what I done here I take a parameter of that connection username, that means in which connection we are sending the messages, that connection username, and then take the sent message data. You can see that this is a map of string and map of string. So I know this is something complicated, but why I done that I will understand you very soon, so please have a patience. So this is the connection username and the sending message in a proper format, okay. So first we make the object of local database, okay, because as you know, when we send the messages to the other connection, as this will be treated as the previous message in the future, so we have to store it in the local database. That's why we are maintaining the SQL as well with the Firebase. So that's why we take that local database, take the current user email, that means my current account email, okay, and then the connected user email, take the connected user email. So how I take that? With the help of object of local database, there is a method get particular field data from important data. Here I implement it. So what that doing? Here first thing is that here I make a enumerator get field for important data local database. As you know, here we make a table important table data in one of my previous video. So here I make a enumerator and containing some enumerator elements, okay, and then we take the username, that username may be my current account username or other connected user username, anything, and then the object of that get field important data. And after taking that, as you know, we make the object and then we take which particular field of that username we want to retrieve, okay. That's why we take that particular search field name with the help of that method. So that method is implemented here, and we take the object of get field for important data local database. So from here we get the corresponding column field, okay. So here you can see, depending upon the get field condition, we take the different column field of that, and then we come back here and the corresponding column we are want to pick up, that is returning here, okay. And then we make a simple SQL query, select, and you know this particular search field is the column we want to pick up, and through that select particular search field from, and you know when we make the table name is this dot important table data, and from that we are checking where column username is equal to username, that we pass as a formal parameter here, okay, and then it will return a list of result, okay, and taking the one element, and the string value will be the key that which column it is returning, and that values actually denoting the value of that particular column, okay, and we are returning that, okay. So let's come back here, and here you can see we pass username and get field through that method get particular field data from important table, and after that we take the document snapshot here, and it is taking the collection name and generated user email, because you know when it takes the collection name with the generated user email, it takes the document snapshot, and then we at that document snapshot.data, it will return a map. You can see this is returning a map of string dynamic with null safety, and this is returning here connected user data we take as a local variable. And then we taking the old messages, because in that list previously if our connection not received the previous messages, that messages will remain there. Okay, so that's why we take at first the get old messages, because after taking the old messages we can add the new messages there. So what we done, we take connected user data and firestore field constant dot connection. Actually this is the enumerator I just explained before, and that connection actually return that connections. Okay, so it will be replaced by connections. So under that connection, wait, I see you in the Firebase, that connections map. Okay, that connection map, and through that we are iterating through the email, because as you know, this connection is a map of string dynamic. Okay, so we get the old messages, and if the old messages is becoming the null, because there is a possibility for the null, so we make the get old messages initialized with a list. Okay, and then we add our send message data, and after that what we done, connected user data is the document snapshot.data, and that the selected portion firestore field element dot connection, this is representing that connections map connections, so it will be replaced by the connection, and then the current user dot email. Okay, so actually through that we come here actually. Okay, that under that connection map, that there's the desired email. Okay, and then we assign that old messages, and after that we update that path collection name and with the desired email, and then we update that, because that already present there, so we need to update for it, and we update that. So how we update, we take that's returning the connections as a string, as we give as a key value, and then we change the all the of the connections map. Okay, so when this is complete, it will show for the debugging purpose data sent completed. Okay, so come back here, and for the formal argument we passing their connection username and send message data. Okay, and under the send message data, what we are passing as a key value, we are passing the text of which type of messages and converting to the text and to the string actually, and then as a value we are passing a map of string dynamic, and that will be the key value will be the text message, and the value will be the message type. Okay, and after that, you know, we are made this method before, so I don't explain it, and you know, we make to maintain the SQLite for storing the previous messages in the local database for reducing pressure on the online database, that is Firestore. And then actually then we clear the text message that is present in the text box, and then we stop the loop. Okay, so let's see the demo. So you can see our emulator is started, and I open that and send a message. Okay, so you know, when I write text here, the voice icon will be sent to the sent icon, and that virtual account is registered to the samarpan@gmail.com, that email. Okay, and we want to send the message to the samarpan2dasgupta@gmail.com, whose username is samarpankoda2002, as you can see. So when I send message to the samarpankoda2002, it is representing their Gmail, samarpan2dasgupta@gmail.com. So from samarpan2dasgupta to the samarpan2dasgupta, we are want to sending the messages. The messages will be stored as a list of value of samarpan2dasgupta under that samarpan2dasgupta@gmail.com document under connections, and there will be the key of samarpan2dasgupta and the value of list of messages. Okay, so when I write here something just like hello someone coder 2002 and then click on that send icon, the new message will I send the message from the Samarpan Fake Dasgupta, right? But that message will be stored under Samarpan 2 Dasgupta under connections and as the value of Samarpan Fake Dasgupta at the rate of gmail.com as a list of values. So here will be a list addition. Let's see the changes. Please have a notice. Okay. So under the Samarpan 2 Dasgupta, under that connections, you can see as the value of Samarpan Fake Dasgupta, there is a list. It is representing the first index of the list, so 0, and this is messages hour. Okay, so you know we are sending the messages as map of string, comma map of string dynamic. So it is showing in that form. Okay. So if I send another message, it will show here also. Okay. So hello Sam, it is showing here, and this is representing the time. Okay. So now we completed to the send message to the other connections. Now we have to implement receive message that is stored in the Firestore. Okay, and that will be a real-time fetching. So for that I am going to do the split code, and as you know, after the split code I will understand you step by step what I am doing in the split code. So guys, please have a patience. So guys, after the split code, let's see the demo of receiving incoming messages, and then we will understand step by step what we done in the split code. Okay, so I also connected my physical device, and now I am going to send message from my physical device, and that sending message will be show as a incoming messages right here. Okay, so guys, please have a patience. So I type the message and I am going to sending the message, and that message will be show here. Just notice carefully. Is it cool? Okay. So let's understand the process at first. Under the chat screen, what we done, as you know, in the previous videos of the tutorial, we also implemented that method take permission for storage, and after that we make another method get connection email. So in which connection we are attached, we have the username, okay, but we have to fetch the user email, connected user email. So with that function, with that method actually that we just explained before the split code, we passing the username widget.username and the desired field. We want to take the user email, so we pass the get field for important data local database.user email. Okay, so it return the connected user email. Okay, and after that it will store in a class member variable, that is connection email, for the future use purpose. Cool. Then come here, fetch incoming messages. So this method is responsible for fetching the real-time messages from the Firestore. Okay, so it is almost similar 3, 2, 1 start. That selected method is almost similar to the chat and activity screen. That method fetch real-time data from cloud storage. Okay, so if you want, you can remove it because that stream is not required at now to store. So we are listening that stream, and if we get our current user email as a document, then we made a separate function, because here we also made the separate function for the new connection, but now in the chat screen we are making the method for check for incoming messages. So come here, checking for the incoming messages, that method is implemented totally here. Okay, so we first take the map present in the connections list. So what's that connection list? That connections is a map of string dynamics. So we taking at first is through that, because you know that Firestore field constant connection representing the connections. Okay, so after that we take the corresponding connection corresponding messages. So through that connection list we pass the email. So when we pass the email, that corresponding messages, that's key value corresponding messages will be presented here, get incoming messages. Okay, and there may be a chance of getting null, because if there is no incoming messages left in the Firestore, it may be returning null. So if it is not null, then what we done, we first, as we take all the store messages in the Firestore in the get incoming messages, we now have to remove that messages present in the cloud Firestore. Why? Otherwise that will be repetitive in the manner. So when the new message will be come, if the old message remaining in the Firestore, that will be a repetitive manner coming here in the chat box. That's why we have to remove the old messages. So how I implemented that method? It is very simple. Take the current user email and then take the connected user all the document snapshot, and taking the document snapshot data, and under that document snapshot data connections and our current account email, we make it as a empty list, so that the previous messages will be deleted. Here also we maintain in that way. After that, so here we adding an empty list so that the old message getting deleted. So here data deletion completed. This will be the perfect debugging messages. Okay, so come back here, and then we are iterate through that every list item, because you know all the messages stored in the list. So we iterate through the list item and taking the every message. So we are now dealing with the text sent and text incoming messages. So if as you know, so I give you an example at first that will be very much helpful. Here you can see under that get incoming message through the debugging statement, under here the list containing a map, and that will be the string map string dynamic. So in the Firestore language this is dynamic, let it be. So as you see here, so that map, that selected map representing every message. Okay, so every message dot keys dot first actually representing chat message type dot text. So it is a string, so we converted that enumerator type to the string. So if it is string, if it is text and converted to the string, so under that future the micro task, because it takes some time to complete that task, so we passing that text message. So that text message is present as a value of that map. So we passing that value of that message, every message dot value dot through that method manage incoming messages. So let's see that method. So through that, as we already said before, we also use SQLite to store the messages to show the previous message when user open the chat and for the other things purpose. So when the user is when the incoming message is coming and inserting to that method, actually it first store in the user table, okay, and after that, after storing in the local database, it will show here in that chat box. So that is for the chat box real-time changes. As I make this many times before, so I don't explain this. It is normal the adding the text message and timing, and then the type, and then in which direction. So for the incoming message, it is showing the left direction, so that means I implemented it through in previous videos of the tutorial. Okay, so that's why it's representing here. Okay, so just a minute, I remove it. So I now sending many messages from my physical device, and that will be showing here. Okay, so you can see when we scroll down, then this is showing here, but this is not very much convenient, because in the any chat app you can show most of the chat app when the new message is coming, it is going down automatically, right? And if you use my previous built generation app, then you can see when the incoming messages is coming, the auto scroll is happening. So in the next video that is coming in the Sunday, we are going to implement that auto scrolling when the incoming messages is coming, and also showing previous stored messages in the SQLite when the chat open every time. Okay, so the Sunday will be interesting with that interesting video. So guys, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy it. So if you like it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and please subscribe to my channel to get next video update of the tutorial. Hope you are fine. Have a nice day. Bye bye.